All right, Mariners fans, that was a crazy one, wasn't it? Got Skubal on the hill, former Cy Young Award winner, against last year's opening day starter, Luis Castillo, who didn't look really sharp the first time out. But this is baseball. We lose the two opening games of this series, and we put Skubal at 0-2, winning 3-2. The ninth inning, what was that all about? Munoz loads the bases and ultimately ends up getting out of that jam. The Mariners now have 3 wins on the season, and he's saved them all. I'd like to see that continue, actually. I would like to depend on him. This was a little bit scary, but you know what? That's what's cool about Munoz. He can get under some of these situations where other pitchers just buckle. And once his back is against the absolute wall, he just becomes a wall himself. And that's refreshing to see. We got a great starting pitching staff. We got some hitting today, only 6 hits. That's not great, but they came at good times, and it was enough to give Castillo the win. He goes to 1-1 on the season. I believe he's the first Mariners starter to get a win. All the others are coming off of, late inning heroics, and the wins go to the other pitchers. I could be wrong on that. There could be another one that has a win. Maybe Brian Wu. I don't remember. Anyway, I was having heart palpitations during this game. It was nice to see we kind of held them at bay. The first inning has been really good for the Detroit Tigers so far this season. We kept them off the board in the first inning, and we actually took the lead for once. And then it was up to them to try and pick it apart, which they were not ultimately able to do. Mariners, we get a win in Game 7, so we are now improved to 3-4 on the season. Not a good homestand, not a good opening homestand. I still think that we need to avoid going to the park once these guys come back. This hitting is not good enough. I realize Polanco's out, but if you don't know why Polanco's not been in the lineup, it's because he's on paternity leave. I don't know that his wife has yet had the child, but it's coming any time now, and so he's going to be on leave until that's dealt with. We had a really good... It was really good to put Skubal in his place. He's got an ERA of 5.91 right now. Munoz still a 0. And I love to see that. I want to see him stack these saves on top of each other. And Castillo, well, his ERA is at 3 now. And I hope it stays right around that for the rest of the season. If he could get under 3 on the season, that would be really impressive and a really good year for him. The only one to do it last year was, I believe, Bryce Miller was sub 3, and he got rocked in his first start. So, to the road we go. Another day, another Mariners weird game. I was going to say win, but that's not the case usually. So, we still are trying to figure out what kind of team we have. I'm still pissed at management and ownership. What I ultimately think is, just in the last few seconds, what's going to happen here is we're going to lose enough games where they're going to end up firing DePoto. They're going to blame him. He's actually a really good GM. He's just not given the tools. We'll see you tomorrow.